Hey, what's up guys, TheJordude here, back again with another Hearthstone video. This is going to be another deck and gameplay video for Standard, of course, and the deck we're featuring today is Taunt Druid. So Taunt Druid is a deck that, it's been like an archetype that's been released for the Druid class for a while, but it was never really a good deck. But now, after the release of Witchwood, it has become a very powerful deck. I would say it's a tier 1 deck at the moment. With the main card being Hadronix. So with the Year of the Raven, a lot of powerful cards got rotated out. Notably, N'Zoth got rotated out. So Hadronix is kind of like a N'Zoth because it fills up your board when it dies with a whole bunch of taunt minions. And taunt minions are actually really good right now because it's pretty good against Warlock. You can actually grind down Q block, and it's really good against aggro because you just have a bunch of taunts. Your opponent can't hit your face with it, with their minions. So Taunt Druid, very powerful right now in the meta. We're going to have to see how it is in a few weeks, but I do think that this is going to be one of the stronger decks in this format. So quickly going by the list, you got Spellstone, of course. Naturalize help can mill important cards versus like Shudderwalk or Q-Block, puts them deeper into Fatigue, because in the control matchups, Fatigue does become a possibility. But not only that, you do want this Naturalize to kill your own Hadronix sometimes, in case they have cards like Polymorph or Hex, something, or like a Silence. Then you want to play around it, then you play Hadronix on turn 10 and naturalize it so you get the effect off. Because Hadronix being in the graveyard is super important for your Witching Hour. Witching Hour is a new card from Witchwood, and it pulls a beast from it summons a random friendly beast that died. And because the way you built this deck, the only beast is your Hadronix. So for 3 mana, you get your Hadronix back, then you can like cube it, and then you just have so much value, gain taunt walls after taunt walls. So yeah, that's new card in here, Witching Hour. Of course, we're playing like standard stuff, Wild Growth Wrath, 1 Tar Creeper. We are playing Master Occult, so the Master Occult, in the most ideal situation, pulls your Tar Creeper, your Hadronix, and your Dragon Hatcher, and your Dragon Hatcher pulls out your Primordial Drake. So that's like the nut pull from the Occult. Dragon Hatcher is not actually a standard card in a lot of Taunt Druid lists. I think the first person to play was Kago. He's a fellow local player here in Vancouver. He top 10 with his build with Dragon Hatcher, so I'm really liking the Dragon Hatcher for the Master Occult synergy. Also, sometimes you just play Dragon Hatcher on 9 to pull out your Primordial Drake, because you do want your Primordial Drake in the graveyard as well for your Hadronix to pull out in the future. Oaken Summons pulls out your Ironwood Golem, sometimes your Tar Creeper, but you do want to pull out these Ironwood Golems to make your Master Occult better. So these cards do help with the consistency, like Oaken Summons, Master Occult to find your Hadronix. So the deck has a good amount of draw too with the Nourish. 1 Ultimate Infestation, 2 is way too much because I find that even 1, sometimes in certain matchups you can't even play it because either your hand size is going to be too big or you put yourself too deep into the fatigue race. So 1 Infestation, just because it does help in some situations, some matchups, especially when you ramp really quick and you need the refill, or just like the life gain and the body. So I have 1 in here, but it is a flexible card in my opinion. Branching Path only 1 as well. Like UI could be flexible to add in a second Branching Path if you want, or another tech card if you want, maybe like a Black Knight for mirror matches, or Harrison. Swipe, of course. 2 cubes, this really helps in the control matchups just because you get so much value by reviving your Hadronix, cubing them. 1 Rotten Apple, just because it's a decent taunt minion. Lich King just helps you win slower matchups such as cubes, or in the Druid Mirror, or very important in versus Shudderwalk because you need the Lich King cards to apply pressure. So yeah, this is the deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. Definitely give it a try if you haven't already. It's a really fun deck, and if you like the control style play, this is the deck to go. So comment down below what you think about Druid right now in rotation, and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification so you know when new videos are up. Give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment down below. As always guys, I appreciate the support and thank you so much for watching my video. Priest. There's a lot of priests it could be. Could be Spiteful Priest. I would think it's most likely Spiteful Priest. It could also be Combo Priest. or like a Velen OTK priest. I think we only keep the wild growth here. Like you never keep UI anymore because you have less ramp. Like if I double wild growth, maybe. I don't think the Hydronics is good to keep though. If it's a Spiteful, then we'd probably have to save and naturalize for the Hydronics so he doesn't just mind control it.
Is someone injured?
So we go Wild Growth. If we coin Nourish, that gets us up to 6. No, I would be on 7 the following turn. Yeah, it's not. Might as well just Wrath here, just because like I'm not doing anything on 4. Might as well kill this Cleric before it actually does anything. And then we could Wild Growth into Nourish now. So Wild Growth into Nourish, into Primordial Drake, into Dragon Hatcher is the curve, it seems. Which is not bad. Could also go Oaken Summons next turn, but I'm pretty sure we go into Nourish. Because turn 6 we have nothing. We might as well ramp up into our curve. Doesn't look like he's doing anything here. Shadow Visions. Okay, so it's definitely a combo priest. It's just like which combo priest. Alright, my turn 8 now doesn't have to be Primordial Drake. I could save the Primordial Drake, possibly to like the AoE effect being good. Next time I could just go Oaken Summons and Arrowwood Golem, which I don't mind because I get 2 bodies out. Also, it thins out my deck by 1 more card. Oh, especially with that UI. So next turn I could go coin UI. And against Priest, it's fine a UI here. We won't go into Fatigue. Especially if he plays Shadow Visions, it's going to be a combo. I'm guessing it's going to be OTK then, if he's playing Dragons. I don't think Velens could support the Dragon package. But yeah, this is a really strong turn for me. To Master Occult. Master Occult pulls out. It only pulls out either the Hydronics or the Ironwood Golem, which isn't great. It's probably the Lich King this turn. And we could go Lich King and Spellstone. That seems strong. Lich King puts out a lot of pressure as well. I could obliterate that. It might... Okay, so my Hatcher's dead. If we obliterate that, we take 8. I mean, we're at 41, so we're play safe to combo, but we also have the Branching Path to heal as well. If we do that with 8 mana, but we don't want to play the Primordial Drake necessarily, because it kills my 5-2. We can't play Occult plus Obliterate. So it would have to be Rotten Apple, which isn't that great. We could go Rotten Apple Swipe. Maybe that's good. Or we could trade here, play the Drake, hero power that. That's also not bad. I take less damage. I lose my 5-2, but it's dying anyways, it seems. Yeah, I think this is fine. With dragons, it's possible that he's running massive spells, so I do have to keep his board in check. Ooh. Okay. I mean, we're dead to combo usually, so I think we could use the Obliterate on this, just so we could keep up our tempo. 4, 6. Or we could use the Wrath plus my Drake plus the trade. I think we're playing Drake anyways. I think we just Drake Obliterate here. His minions don't get bigger than that. And I want to, like, start trying to kill him. Okay. So now we can swipe and apple bomb. Nope. I could go branching pass, swipe, and wrath for a card. I don't think the +6 armor is necessarily relevant here. I'd rather just find a card, find Hadronics. Mind control. So we're dead if he has like the big combo plus massive spell.
Let's see.
But he shouldn't have that, right? He would need to have double Divine Spirit, Inner Fire plus massive spell. Which, I mean, he could have. Naturalized. Okay, so my O card pulls out my Hadronics guaranteed, so we could... So we're just going to do that. Again, like, if he has the combo plus massive spell, we're probably dead, but... And we take this bump. But if he doesn't run massive spell in his deck, he can't deal with this.
Is someone injured?
Like, it's common for him to have some sort of silence. Maybe he has a silence. Oh. Okay. I mean, Psychic Stream is really good on answering this board, but... I got this. I think I steal a card from him as well. So he has to have his second, Psychic Scream, which he might have. He could discover it off of Shadow Visions as well. That'd be kind of annoying if he did.
It is finished.
Nope. Okay.
You win.
Alright, Paladin. Odd or even Paladin's about the same mulligan for what we're going to do, which is Wild Growth into Oaken Summons. Dragon Hatcher. Now against the Nagro matchup's too slow, even if we have the ramp. And we want to actually just play the Primordial Drake for the battle cries anyways, just because it's so good versus Paladins. I'd actually prefer... Okay, it's even. I actually would have preferred it to be Odd Paladin because they don't have Equality in Consecrate. Equality consecrates a way for them to just gain enough tempo where they can win the game. But our curve is still really strong. I think we have a really good shot at winning this game. Do we need to coin the Wild Growth? Because we have Wrath of Hollow in turn. Or if we go Wild Growth into Oaken Summons, on turn 5 I'll have my 5 mana. Maybe I have to coin out the Primordial Drake in the future though. So we could just pass here. Like, if his board starts to become a threat too early on, we could Wild Growth into double Wrath instead of the Oaken Summons on 4.
Put this apple on your head.
Okay. So we do want to kill this Juggler. So we could Wild Growth next turn into Nourish. We could use the coin next turn because we're either going to be able to Nourish or Oaken Summons the following turn. 1-3 with Rush. And Hero Power. It's a possibility we just coin out Oaken Summons. Because he wants to play Call to Arms next turn. Like, if he calls to Arms next turn, I'd rather have the minion on the board already, and then I go Wild Growth and Wrath. So, yeah, I like the Oaken Summons here. I think we have enough room where we don't have to coin out Drake when we're at 7 mana. We could just naturally play it. So, this is better versus the Oaken Summons, because now I can attack with my Ironwood Golem, and then now I have the flexibility of either just playing another one, or go into Wrath and Wild Growth, which is probably Wrath and Wild Growth. Is he just going to trade everything in? That seems really weird. Okay, he plays around Swipe. Sure. Okart's actually going to pull my 1, 2, 3, like the good 1, 2, 3, my Tar Creeper, my Hatcher, and my Hydronics, ideally. So we're definitely going to be ramping up Nourish next turn. If we ramp up Nourish, we go up to 7, following turns 8. So if we go Wild Growth into Nourish, we could play Okart in the 3rd turn. So Wild Growth into Nourish seems like the play here. We could Hero Power instead of the Wrath, but the Dry Heart, I'd rather kill these than the Dry Heart. Next turn we could, I guess we Nourish, Hero Power to Dry Heart. What's good is that when we play Okart, we get taunts with it. And this is a really weak turn for him. This is actually a really good turn for me because now I get a turn where he has no pressure on the board and I can play my Nourish. Next turn he's going to develop pressure, but then I'm going to Okart, so that's fine. The cards I would hate to draw is one of the cards that my Okart wants to pull. But it's only one more draw that would cuck me. Other than that, though, we're good. This turn he could go for the Steed, possibly, which is fine for me. I mean, he just busts up one dude, or he could fill his board with a bunch of 1/1 set up for Sunkeeper Term. It looks like that's what he's doing, just playing a bunch of dudes. He can't play the weapon yet. Oh wow. Okay. It might actually be the Primordial Drake turn. Because we played Okart and he plays Terra, my Drake is dead. So I think we have to go for the Drake here. Question is, do I naturalize his Crystalline? He doesn't get bigger stuff than this. He gets cards. But he could possibly just trade into my Drake. I think naturalizing this is fine. I'm trying to think, like, what's an even paladin that I don't want to give him? I guess it's just gas at the end of the day. He's probably running Spellbreakers. So my Hydronics will pull 2 Ironwoods. Tar Creeper. Well, I'm thinking, like, do I need to naturalize my Hydronics next turn? I probably don't. I probably don't, but the secrets are kind of... The heal's kind of scary. But I mean, if it's just silencing the Hydronics, I think I'm okay with that. Especially because if I kill my Hydronics and he has equality, which is, I would think, I guess they're equal chances, then, but it's really bad for me if he has equality. Whereas if he just has silence, then it's not as bad. Because he has the equality first before he can get to my Hydronics, which is really good, because equality kills my taunts, and then my Hydronics just pulls them all back. So this is way better for me to not naturalize it. I took the trade there just because of Sunkeeper Term. Could be wrong though. Yeah, so he has to silence. And second Consecrate. Not equality, so that's fine. He's just going to concede. Alright.
誰もここから出られない